Impressabilities by Spellbinders are beautiful plates that allow you to emboss, deboss, letterpress, create embellishments, and stencil all with this one amazing tool. On this episode of Stamp TV, I'm going to show you how to use your Cuttlebug to create beautiful embossed and debossed cardstock. Now, one of the things I want to tell you about using the Impressabilities plates, you should use a lighter weight cardstock to get the deepest embossing and debossing. However, you can use the Gina K Designs Pure Luxury heavy base weight, and the embossing and debossing will still be there. It just won't be quite as pronounced, but it's still beautiful. So to begin, I've taken a piece of the Gina K Designs Pure Luxury 80-pound cardstock, and I'm going to use this with the Flower Silhouette Impressabilities. And you can see here when you buy these Impressabilities by Spellbinders, they come in this little folder, and you can keep them in there to store them, so don't throw the packaging away. And when you take them out, you'll notice how delicate they are. They're just beautiful, and they're completely, they go all the way through so that you can put things all the way through them. It's a little bit different than an impression plate or an impression folder, an embossing folder. This goes all the way through, so it allows you for so many more opportunities when you purchase one of these. So let me show you the proper sandwich that you need to make this work. You're going to begin by putting down your A plate, and then you'll need a B plate. There's my B plate. And then you're going to need the Spellbinders rubber embossing mat. And then you're going to put down your cardstock. On top of that, you're going to lay your Impressabilities. And then on top, you're going to put your other B plate. Now, what I like to do with the Impressabilities is I like to add one more piece of cardstock on top, and I'm using the Gina K Designs Pure Luxury Craft cardstock. And then I'm going to put my piece of chipboard that I always use on top as a shim. And then crank that through. Now, when you're using a thicker cardstock, you may not need that extra little piece of cardstock on top. Try it first without it. If you don't get enough of an impression, then go ahead and add the second piece of cardstock. Okay, now that I've run that through, you'll be able to see that the entire pattern is debossed, where the whole impression it's like sunk into the cardstock. And then on the other side, you've got your embossed image, and you can see it's all raised up. Now let me show you something fun that I like to do once I finish embossing and debossing my piece of cardstock. And you can use this technique on either side of the finished product. I'll show it to you both ways so you can decide which one you like better. I'm going to use the Tim Holtz Distress Inks, and I've chosen Wild Honey. This is one of the new colors. Just love this color. And then I have the foam applicator tool here. And I'm going to use the debossed side and ink up the tool, and then starting from a little bit off my piece of cardstock, I'm going to start rubbing in a circular motion, and then I'm going to add some color to the top. And you can see how what's laying low from being debossed is staying a much lighter color, and then the raised area, which is the majority of the cardstock, is picking up this beautiful golden yellow. And if you just kind of do little bits here and there and you don't try to make it too even, it really creates just such a pretty look. Now, if you do the other side, the embossed side, you're going to do the same kind of thing, but with a nice light touch. It's going to hit mostly the raised parts while keeping your background much lighter. And it really makes that embossing pop. And what's nice about using the thinner white cardstock is you get a nice high raised edge, and then you can use ink and color it any color you want to go along with any project that you have. So here you can see mostly the raised edges got caught with the ink and the rest stayed a much lighter color, and on the other side you have a much more vibrant look where the majority of it got colored with ink and the debossed edges inside, the debossed areas, stayed much lighter. Embossing and debossing are only the beginning of the fabulous things you can do with Spellbinder's Impressabilities. Stay tuned to Stamp TV for more fun ways to use Impressabilities.